So this book again, 12 Patients, it talks. I think there's a movie that what I think that this book.
What's the name of the book?
12 Patients. Yeah, the name of the movie is New Amsterdam. 12 Patients, Life and Death at Bellevue Hospital. Bellevue, Hospital. Yeah. Very, very, what's the word? Compassionate, it tells you, for someone like me that believes in free healthcare, especially for Nigerians, it tells you how, doctors have put their frontline workers really, put their lives on the line, and I think another book to mention is about these books. I think it's kind of similar. So this book kind of tells you how you can go about getting free healthcare in the country. So this one is the Healing of America.
The Healing of America.
Yeah, so this book compares the French approach, it compares the Japanese approach, it compares the British approach. For example, England, they have the NHS. So this book kind of compares healthcare systems in all these countries and tells America how they can do it in America.
That's good.
It's a very controversial topic, obviously, in America, free healthcare. But personally, as a Nigerian, I feel that as Nigerians, after everything we've been through, we deserve world-class free healthcare. So this book I bought these two books feeling like I needed to do more research, and this book kind of reveals it to you. But this book kind of tells you the story of Bellevue Hospital in New York City. It's a very popular hospital in New York. New Amsterdam is a movie, a very, very compassionate movie that when you watch it at some point you're gonna cry. It's a really, really good. It's a really, really good book to read or to indulge yourself in. The Head of Mossad. I didn't really enjoy this book that much, but it has a lot of information in it. Because I like all these kind of books about CIA, MI6, Mossad, KGB, German BND, books like that. I like to know what's going on. This book tells you about the guy that wrote it was once the head of Mossad. It tells you about how one of the PMs was killed, the mistakes that was made. It talks about the Yom Kippur War, the 6-Day War. Basically it's a book that tells you most of the things that Israel had to go through to become a nation state. So it's a good book as well. These ones are textbooks. Yeah, this one is the 50th Law. This was a book by Robert Greene as well.
Okay.
He's the same guy that wrote 48 Laws of Power. He's the guy that wrote the book I'm still yet to read.
Okay, the
other one I just showed.
The blue book.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy that wrote the popular 48 Laws of Power, the book I think everyone should. Yeah, Daily Laws. Yeah. So he wrote this one with 50 cents. 50th Law.
50 cents, the musician.
Yeah, he wrote it with 50 cents. One thing I like he said about this book is turn shit into sugar. So if you're going through bad things, turn negativities in your life into positives.
It's like turning lemons to lemonade.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the word to abuse, yeah. But yeah, it's a really good book, Talks about also not fearing death as well. In the back of the book it says, fear nothing, the health medium est. So don't be afraid of anything. Not even death, nothing, you shouldn't be afraid of anything in life. So it's a good book to read. These ones are textbooks. What other book now should I show?
Quite enough.
I've not read this one. I think I've read this one. Yeah, Tools of Titans. As you can see where I underlined, so lots of things underlined. By Tim Ferriss, he's a popular podcaster, popular New York Times bestselling author. It's a very good book to read as well, Tools of Titans. There's a book I'm looking for. Yeah, this one is by the same Jacobsen, the one that wrote Operation Paperclip that showed you before, and Surprise Kill Vanish. So the same author of this one wrote this one. So Area 51 is kind of a secret place in America where all the covert operations, or where they build all the weapons really. It's controversial in the sense that that's where they talk about the forgotten the word, those things in the sky. People think that human beings exist on other planets, right? I've forgotten the word they used to describe it. I've forgotten the word, but basically this book kind of,
I think it's hungry, yeah?
Yeah, this book kind of, details that. There are other books here as well. Now, that's one important book I'm trying to look for.
You covered one book under that book.
Sorry?
There's a book under that envelope.
This is a textbook.
A small book.
You sure?
Under that envelope. Under the envelope. Yeah.
Okay, no, this one is just a dictionary. It's a book I'm looking for.
Is that in Bible?
This one.
The other one.
This one is Sacred Songs and Solos for playing keyboard.
Okay. The other brown book is also Sacred Songs and Solos.
Which one?
The one that looks like it's inside.
This one.
No, see it in front of you.
Okay, yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. I think that's it.
So that one now.
So I've not read this book yet. Someone gave it to me, but I've not read it yet.
Okay.
It talks about Muhammad Ali.
What's the name?
A ringside affair of boxing's last golden age. But I've not read this one yet. There's a book.
Maybe it's not inside there now.
This one is about Saddam Hussein.
Let's see, please. What's the name?
John Nixon debriefing the president, the interrogation of Saddam Hussein. So Saddam Hussein's Iraq. This is Saddam Hussein, and this is obviously Saddam Hussein as well. I think the key thing about this book is before he died, he told the Americans that if they were to kill him, Iraq will never be the same again. And he was right. Iraq has never been the same since he died.
You say America killed him?
He was hanged. Obviously America had an influence after the Iran-Iraq war, after the Gulf War. Right? After he invaded Kuwait, I think the Americans went into Iraq, obviously, destroyed Iraq, right? I don't know. He was accused of having WMD, weapons of mass destruction, which obviously was a lie. And America, British forces, and other countries went into Iraq based on a lie. George Bush, of course, George Bush Jr., second Bush, and they dethroned him based on a lie. And American foreign policy and the world has never been the same since this man died. Yes, he was a dictator, but it's a very negative story, really. The person that wrote the book was the person that debriefed him. So when he was in prison, the guy spoke to him. The guy asked him questions. I think another thing that this guy talked about in this book was the fact that George Bush went into this battle based on a personal reason. People might think he's silly or naive, but according to this guy, from what I read in this book, this guy feels that because when George Bush was once president, I think he was in Kuwait or Qatar. I might be wrong, but I think one of these two countries, he was almost killed by Saddam Hussein. The bullet went through his suit.
Okay.
So when his son came in as president, the son was looking for a reason for revenge, to get back at Saddam Hussein. Okay. So according to this guy, he believes that and I've heard other people say it as well, but people feel it's naive, but not even surprisingly, but in life most of the time things that happen because of business, personal reasons. It doesn't really have to be logical or true. It's a book I'm looking for, but maybe it's not here. I think it might be in that bag of books though. Because that book I'm looking for is not here. But it should be somewhere.
It should be somewhere.
I think it's a book by
We'll do a part two.
no wahala.
Your book's plenty.
Yeah. But I think that should be it for today.
Yeah.
This one is I just bought this, but I don't think I read it fully. I think I did read it fully. How Europe on the Developed Africa, a very important book as well.
How Europe on the Developed Africa.
Yeah. Very important. It talks about colonialism. These guys, they came into our countries, in our countries in Africa. They took our resources and everything and used to develop their own countries. Well, I don't really subscribe to that argument now, but that doesn't mean that it didn't happen in the past. Obviously, it happened. So, yeah, it's a good book. It's a good book to read. Thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe and like the video. Thank you.